Hello, children. Good morning. How are you? I hope you all are doing good. We have completed our last block, and today we will be starting our new block, block number 23, latitudes and longitudes. So I'm very happy with all of your works. Some of you have not submitted your assignment yet. Please do so. I am also unable to complete my checking, but I'm going through. Before that, I hope you all will be submitting. Do it as soon as possible. You know your half yearly exams are also coming, so I hope it will be good if you can complete by this month all your assignments. Some of you have really said good things and said everything you have understood, and some of you say the videos are lengthy. For to that I want to say that I want to make it short, but the lessons are so that if I say it little somewhere I have to left out something, so I'm trying my best. Please cooperate with me. I'll try to make it shorter as possible, but when things are to be discussed, so it will become little lengthy. Okay, so let's go to our today's lesson, that is block 23, latitudes and longitudes. Today's topic is the important latitudes. So let's go to our learning of goals. Today's our learning goal will be, we will be learning about the significance of and mark important latitudes. Significance of latitude and important latitudes. Mark. Keywords will be latitude, equator, Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic Circle, Torrid, Temperate, Frigid. These will be the keywords which you will be learning. Now, as we will be going to learn only latitudes, you must be getting confused what is latitude and what is longitude. To that, first let me clarify that. See, these lines which runs like east to west, okay, these lines are called latitudes, and these lines from top to bottom are called longitudes. Now these lines are not there in our earth, they are imaginary lines drawn by us, the scientists or the geographers, for better location understanding. Okay, the top part is known as the north pole and the down part is known as the south pole. Okay, so north pole means northern hemisphere, south pole means southern hemisphere. These are some of the important latitudes marks which we will be studying. Okay, so let's understand again briefly. See, if you have a globe, this would have been very good if we do it a globe. See the globes. In the globes, you will find these lines much more better. But in this map also, you can see these are the land masses, and you can see these empty areas. These empty areas are seas, oceans. Plus, now you can see these lines. Okay, these lines are latitudes and longitudes. They are imaginary lines, means drawn by us for better understanding. Latitudes means the horizontal lines, longitudes the vertical lines. They are the basic terms of geography which help us to locate, find an address. Suppose see India. If somebody tell you the India address, how they will give you address? Like they give our address as house number and all. Like this, India's address will be given in the form of latitude and longitude. So you can find it where it is. Understood? So these imaginary lines were invented only for our convenience, for our better understanding. So today we'll be doing the study of latitudes. So only we'll do study of latitudes. From this globe, let us understand. I've already said these lines are called latitudes which run from east to west. So you have understood which are called latitudes. It starts from 0 to 90, from equator to the north pole, and again from equator to south pole, 0 to 90. Equator is the longest line. Okay, these are called as parallels. Now there are 0 to 90 means 10, 20, 30, 40. So you can see 90 lines will be there. This side also 90 lines are there. That means total 180 parallel lines are there as latitudes. 180 parallel latitude lines are there. Equator is the longest line, and as you go down the lines will be become shorter. As you go up the lines will be become shorter. This is called north pole, northern hemisphere. This is called south pole, southern hemisphere. And in the middle we have the prime meridian or the axis, you want to say. So these lines are known as parallels, run from east to west. The longest distance is equator, and these parallel lines never meet one another. As you can see, they never meet one another. They keep and cross the prime meridian. This is the prime meridian. They cross the prime meridian and lie in planes that cross the Earth's axis. Axis means exactly in the middle at right angles, and get shorter. As I have explained to you, they get shorter as you go up, they get shorter as you go down. Okay, so this is the basic things about latitude. Okay, now we'll read some important lines about latitudes. Okay, so the important lines, number one, the horizontal lines on the maps are known as latitudes, which I have already said. These lines are imaginary. I have already discussed to you. One such imaginary line which divides Earth into two halves of the northern and the southern, which I have also explained to you, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. It divides the two. And in the middle is known as the equator. It is an important point of reference for location of places on the Earth. All the parallel lines above and below the equator are called the parallels of latitudes. The parallels which are to the north of the equator are known as north latitudes, and the parallels which are to the south of the equator are called south latitudes. With the help of this, the value of latitudes is followed by n. When we have to write the latitudes in the northern hemisphere, we finish it with n. And when we write the number in the southern hemisphere, we finish it with s. The example is like this. For example, when we write in north side, we write 36 degree north, and when we'll be writing in the south, we'll be writing 36 degree south. So I hope you are clear. Now these latitudes are again divided. The major parallels other than the equator, there is again division. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, the Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle. Now I will come this to you. See, you have seen the equator. On the top of the above the equator is Tropic of Cancer. Above the equator, the area that is called Tropic of Cancer, and that side and above Tropic of Cancer we call it Arctic Circle. Means on the top side is called Arctic Circle. Below we have Tropic of Cancer. Then we have equator. Now below the equator is Tropic of Capricorn. That area is known as Tropic of Capricorn, and the lower part is known as Antarctic Circle. So I hope you have understood. So Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle are located in the northern hemisphere, I already told you, and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle are in the southern hemisphere, which I told you. So I hope you are clear with latitude and its different parts. Now if you want to see, which I told you just now, you can see here. See, this is the equator, top of the equator, Tropic of Cancer. This area is known as Tropic of Cancer, and this top part is known as the Arctic Circle. And below the equator, this part is Tropic of Capricorn, and the last part, down part, is known as Antarctic Circle. So just now what I told you, I hope you have understood. You can see they are measured like this. This is the measurement. Top part is 66.5. This is the like this, and 23.5, and this way. Okay, so these are different measurement in different latitudes. I hope you have understood. There are 180 latitude lines. Okay, 180 latitude lines. So that's what is about latitudes and its different parts. Now we'll go to next topic, which is how these latitudes are divided into zones. Okay, in the middle we have equator, up, down, there are different zones in which we understand how our temperature are. Okay, in which zone we live, according to that our temperature. So this is the last part. You have understood latitude. You have understood the different parts of latitude, like Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. In the middle there is a equator. Okay, how many lines are there in the latitude total? 180 latitude lines. So now let's do the heat zones. Now what is heat zones? Different regions of these parallel lines, such as the equator and the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle, receive sun rays at various angles, because when they keep rotating, the sun rays receive at different angles. Due to this, the earth is divided into three heat zones, means temperature zones. Torrid zone is this one, this red color, tropic, which is written as tropic. This is known as torrid zone. You can see hot means very hot. Temperate is this one and this one. Warm means good temperature, and the last one is frigid, this one and this one. Cold means very cold, ice. Okay, So now let's study these heat zones one by one. First is torrid zone. Now what is torrid zone? Torrid zone is this one, this red one. It lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. It is in the middle. Understood? In the middle. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. It lies in the middle of these two. It is the hottest zone as this part receives sun rays at a direct angle because of Earth's tilt. Because Earth is tilt little bit, so this part receives the high maximum sun rays, and that's why it is very hot. Okay, this area is very hot. So next is temperate zone. The temperate zone is in the north side also it is there, and in the south side also it is there. Okay, and this receives sun rays similarly. This area and this area receives the sun rays similarly, hence they have almost similar kind of weather and temperature there. It lies between the this temperate zone lies between the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer. Arctic Circle means in the between here. This temperate zone in the northern pole lies between the Tropic of this torrid zone and this Arctic zone, and this temperate zone in the southern pole lies between the torrid zone and the this one is Antarctic Circle. So I hope you are very clear now. This part is Arctic Circle, then comes the Tropic of Cancer, then comes the equator, then comes the Capricorn, and then comes the Antarctic Circle. So I hope you are clear where does the temperate zone lies between and in which hemisphere. It is in the both the hemisphere it is there and receives the same temperature and same weather. The last one is frigid zone. The areas lying in the top of the North Pole and in the top of the South Pole. If you look from the South Pole, it will be top, or you can say from the bottom of South Pole. And if you look from this side, you can say bottom of North Pole, or in the top of both of them. So you have understood they lies in the top side or in the bottom side. In the Arctic Circle, this is the Arctic Circle, and this is in the Antarctic Circle, and they are very cold. They are very cold. South Pole and North Pole. These places are very cold, and the temperature is very low. You can say that ice, most of the time they remain ice, and the sun rays fall very short because they are tilted. The earth is tilted and keep rotating, so the sun rays gets maximum here, then here, and here and here. The sun rays is very minimum, due to which the temperature is very low. So I hope you are clear with this. So one more thing I want to let you know, that Arctic Circle, this Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, as they receives very low sunlight, depending upon their rotation, on its orbit. Sometimes the sun rise and then it doesn't set. They remain day most of the time, and then sometimes the sun sets and it doesn't rise again and remains night most of the time. Now why this happens? Because this North Pole and South Pole, they don't receive the sunlight directly. I told you, tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, and this equator receives the sunlight always, but the earth is little bit tilted and they keep rotating. Because of this top part and down part sometimes don't receive, and when they receive they remain the day, when they don't receive they remain the night. But this doesn't happen all the time. Certain days, certain times are there. If you want to study more, you can just type North Pole and South Pole and study and see that sometimes they do have a long time of days and long time of nights. Not because it is the weather like it is the nature. It's because of not receiving the sun rays, and sometimes not receiving the sometimes receiving of the sun rays it remains a day, and sometimes not receiving the sun rays it remains night. So I hope you are clear with it. So let me do again quick review. Latitudes, part of the latitudes, and then heat zones. Okay, and lastly the assignment, please read the important latitudes from your content book 18, 19 and 20. Complete S1 in your workbook. Complete practice question 1 and 2. These are both exercise type, you can do in your content book only. Please complete the assignment in the Google Classroom. Okay, and please don't mind if your assignments are still not checked. I am going through, don't worry, they will be checked. And you also please keep submitting by this month. Let's finish your work also, so that I can also finish all my work. So best of luck. Thank you. And lastly, stay home, stay safe. Thank you for all the good comments. Thank you.